I'm trying, well, trying the same thing that I did last week with my phone. So I can't see myself looking at the phone. So I'm just trying to see if I can watch myself on the computer, making sure y'all can see me okay. But this apparently is getting rid of that problem where it goes like in and out of focus, which was giving some of you a headache. So if you see that happen today, let me know. But I'm thinking that by turning the camera around, I have solved the problem, which is awesome. So let's see. We're gonna get started here in a second. I've got something awesome happening today. We've got bean and cheese taquitos in the air fryer. So it's gonna be a good day. There we go. All right. So I have zucchini in the oven right now. And I just put some salt and pepper on it, a little bit of olive oil, and that's roasting in the oven so I can make room for my taquitos. This is a vegetarian meal. I'm just using black beans, and then I have some shredded cheese. That's all that's going in there. So super easy. I have flour tortillas from Walmart. These are, let's see, they're fajita size, so they're the smaller ones. So I think maybe I can fit all of them in there. I plan on making 6 of them. So 3 for me, 3 for John. And I'm thinking maybe it'll fit all in here, hopefully, so I won't have to do like 2 batches, but we're gonna have to see. So we've got tons of people watching now. Looks like it's all working good. Awesome. I see Sue and Allie and Angela and Carrie, Monica and Valencia, Amy, Angela. These tortillas actually are really good. So I'll be honest, I don't have a recipe that I'm following, so there's nothing down there right now. All I'm doing is taking a 1/2 cup of black beans, and I'm going to split it among 3 tortillas for me. And then I'll take some cheese and put a little bit in here, because I guess the idea is to roll it up like really tightly like that, and you don't want a whole lot of filling in there. So I think, okay, yeah, you guys can see it okay. So all I'm gonna do is put a little bit in each one, just like that. We'll make sure it's all in a nice line there. And then we'll grab some cheese and put some cheese in. And I'm going to experiment with the temperature. It's probably gonna be like 370, 380 or something like that in the air fryer. And I looked up a couple of recipes and they said 5 to 6 minutes. So we will have to see. It is an experiment. That's why I like doing these things live with you. Because, I mean, if it flops, it's not a huge deal. And then that way you all will learn from my mistakes. So I guess it works out for all of us. So these are also they may not be authentic. I actually had somebody like yell at me in Spanish one time during one of my live sessions. I'm not exactly sure what I made. I forget, it was some sort of a Spanish Mexican dish, and I had to use Google Translate to figure out what they were saying. But basically they're like, no, you're doing this wrong, and you need to use this kind of meat, and you have to cook it in this way, and no, that doesn't go inside it. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not an authentic Spanish person. So yeah, it looks like I'll be okay. I might be able to fit all 6 of them in here, but as you can see, it's easy. It's just beans and cheese that are going in here. Now this is just a can of beans that I used. I just drained and rinsed the beans. I put them in the container here, and then I added some Taco Tuesday seasoning to it, just for a little bit of flavor. You could easily make your own beans from a bag of dried, and that will save you a little bit of money. But using a can of beans is definitely more convenient. So I try to keep at least a couple of cans in my pantry at all times, just for situations like that. All right, so now I've got 3 in there. Now I gotta make 3 more. We'll stick them in the air fryer for a few minutes and see how it turns out. Got all sorts of friends watching right now. Yeah, the Great Value brand of foods is just as good as brand names, and they are, I mean, they're cheap too. I've noticed that Walmart is very comparable to Aldi in terms of prices. Now, in terms of like their dried goods, so their cans of stuff, their rice, pasta, that sort of thing, that stuff is about the same price. Now, their produce, however, is another story. Their produce is just, it's not as good as Aldi that I found, and it's not as cheap. I can definitely get more from my money at Aldi. But still, Walmart, especially their grocery pickup, is amazing for situations when you just don't have the time to go out and grocery shop. So I agree with you there. And you could add basically anything to these. If you don't like black beans, use kidney beans, use pinto beans. If you don't like beans, add chicken. Chicken would be good with this as well. But yeah, I mean, super simple. And like I said, you don't want to add a whole lot into it because you're rolling them up tightly. And I'll show you what this looks like here in a second. But you want them nice and tight, you want them small, so you can fit all of them in there. So yes. Yeah. People get mad if they think I misrepresent their heritage, especially with food. I know I don't want to offend anybody. It's just, I'm American. I guess I mess up a lot of, ethnic dishes. I would like to learn how to cook authentically, but I guess even then, because I'm not in the culture, I'm just not going to do it right regardless. So here is what it looks like right now. I've got all 6 of them sitting in here. Oh, and the beans are falling out, of course. So you typically in the air fryer, I guess you're supposed to shake it to try and get things all evenly cooked. I'm not going to touch it, I don't think. So I'm going to put it in there for 5 or 6 minutes at 370 or 380 or something. I'll check it every minute or 2, and then we'll just see how it works. So let's give this a shot. Alright, so I got 380. Let's start it at 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and then I'll check it after a couple minutes. I don't know if you saw my Mexican pizza one, but when I put them in there, it was supposed to be for like 7 or 8, 5 minutes, something like that. But the tortilla on top, like it burned really bad because I didn't check it. So I might want to check this just in case. Let's see. Will I be making smoothies or banana bread with these bananas? Funny story, I actually had some bananas that looked a lot worse than this just a few minutes ago. I put those in the freezer. These probably will go in. Actually, I'm making banana bread baked oatmeal next week for breakfast, so I might as well leave these on the counter. Like they're really brown, but they're still really firm, so they're not like really mushy like the other ones were. So I can probably leave these on the counter for a couple more days, and then they'll go straight into my baked oatmeal. So it's awesome. Walmart is amazing. Their prices are very low. Yeah, their substitution policy, oh my gosh, like there have been times when I've ordered something and they were out of like the smaller size, so they gave me the bigger size for free, like without charging the upcharge or whatever. And those are the best days when you get like all this extra food and you don't have to pay any extra for it. Chicken tacos sound amazing. Yes. Hey Virginia, thank you for joining me. I never claimed to be cooking authentic Spanish taquitos. Yes, that is true. So that is, I guess, a disclaimer. I'm American, so I will probably mess up basically every ethnic dish that I make. Oh, I did not spray my air fryer Well, so I did start, when I first got it, I started out by spraying the inside of it. And one of you kindly told me that I'm supposed to take oil instead and then use a brush. I didn't do any of that. All right, it's been 2 minutes. Let's check. All right. So they're looking okay. They're not sticking to the bottom yet, and they're not burned yet. So that's good. All right. So 3 more minutes, and then it should be done. My Mexican pizza, yeah, I did burn the top, but it turned out okay. After I put like the hot sauce and the cheese on top, I mean, it was just fine. It tasted really good. All right. I mean, that's basically all I gotta do. As far as like sauces or things you could put on this, I did have sour cream, but I took it out of the fridge and looked at it, and we didn't use it in time, so I had to throw it away. But instead, I'm using plain non-fat Greek yogurt. You can use plain yogurt as a substitute for sour cream. John always looks at me weird. He's like, I just can't get over the fact that you can use yogurt and put like blueberries and stuff in it and make like a yogurt parfait, but use that same yogurt as sour cream for your Mexican dishes. Like, I guess, I mean, sometimes it doesn't make sense, but it tastes pretty much the same. So we're just going to use that instead. I mean, you could use salsa. Taco Bell has really good sauces, like at the store. Walmart has them really cheap. I think it's called their Baja sauce or something. That stuff's amazing. I probably should have gotten that, but I also have a bunch of hot sauce in the fridge, so I will have that as well. The Emerald Lagasse air fryer says never to use cooking spray. Okay. You know, I never actually looked at the instructions on this, so I don't know. Okay, it's starting to brown a little bit. We're getting there. I think I can put it in for the last minute or two, and I think they'll be okay. All right. I'm not going to mess up dinner tonight. Yeah, okay, good. A lot of you like using Greek yogurt as well instead of sour cream. That is really good. Awesome. I feel like I'm contradicting myself too, because I'm using the air fryer so I don't heat up the house, but I'm also using my oven to roast the zucchini. Like I can't do both in the air fryer at once. But maybe that just means I need a second air fryer. I don't know. As far as side items go, like I said, I have zucchini in the oven, so roasted vegetables as a side item will work just fine. You could make Spanish rice. My rice cooker is amazing for Spanish rice. I just put in like the dry rice, a can of diced tomatoes, and I think some chicken broth and cumin, salt, chili powder, I think, and that makes some really good Spanish rice. Any kind of like coleslaw, you can make like a Mexican coleslaw to go on the side with it too. That would be really good. Sometimes it's hard to think of like a good vegetable side to go with Mexican food. I mean, bell peppers are good, like Mexican themed. Salad, maybe. Like, what kind of side items do you guys like to use in your Mexican dishes? Because I feel like I'm always just really, really simple, and the zucchini is pretty much the only thing that I use for vegetables. Unless I'm making a burrito bowl, in which case like I'll add lettuce and tomatoes, bell peppers, red onion, that sort of thing. But okay, I think that looks good. I'm not going to keep it in for the extra minute. They're nice and crispy. So let me grab my tongs here in a second. See if I can move this aside. There we go. So I will set them down, and it looks like the zucchini is about to finish up as well. So let's get this. Something is stuck in my drawer. Why are you stuck? Okay, now we're good. All right, here we go. So like I said, we've got 3 per person. So we'll stick those on our plate. Zucchini is done. We'll get that out real quick. It smells amazing, by the way. All right, zucchini is done. There we go. Turn that off. And then I'll grab some of my yogurt sour cream stuff to add on the side. And then we'll be good to go with dinner. Looks pretty awesome. And really easy to make too. I mean, like you saw, it was like 5 minutes in the air fryer and it was all done. Corn and beans are really good for side items. Okay, yeah. All right, let me grab some of this yogurt. We will try these taquitos and then we will go and enjoy our dinner. All right, it's cool. All right, there we go. So it's probably way too hot for me to, we'll see. We'll see. All right, cool. So the tortillas are really crispy. As you can see, it was only like 4.5 minutes in the air fryer. The taco seasoning that I use is really good in it. Like I said, the zucchini only has salt and pepper. So I might add a little bit of extra salt or something on there. But that's it. This is our dinner. Taquitos, zucchini, sour cream. I've got some hot sauce in there I might grab as well. So that is it, everybody. Super easy, 5 minutes in the air fryer. And that's basically it. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything else ready. Super easy, yes, and awesome. So thank you all for watching. I will be back next week with another amazing recipe. Enjoy your evening. I will see you all later.